Boom. Hey, Don and Gino with the Real Estate Radio Network, ready to rock and roll and tell you what's really happening with the idea of forbearance. Is it the right answer or not? What do you think, Gino?
Well, personally, I think it's a great tool, and I think it's wonderful that the government offered it and that it's one of the options that you have, but it may not be the right option for you.
So we're going to show you straight from one of our mortgages. Let's see here.
Live and direct here.
Here we go. This is straight from one of mine and Gino's mortgages. We own a few properties together, and I was checking out, making sure the payment was paid, and what are the options. And here is what pops up right on the main screen. Pandemic forbearance plan, apply here, because there's no way they can handle all the calls coming in from, what's it, 15 million people or something crazy like that, Gino, that are applying. 14 million.
Yeah, and so what I think is not only is it easier for them to do it this way, this was more efficient because last time that we went through this with the meltdown in 2008, they had to prove that you had a hardship in order to give it to you. And now they don't, so they can have a streamlined system. They don't have to hire 10 million people to answer the phone because they're short-staffed as it is.
Right.
And this was an easy methodology for people to apply online. What I really like about this, even though it gives you the options here if you've been affected by COVID, is that it also has other options. You notice at the bottom it says, please explore standard options if you're unaffected by COVID and need assistance. So not everybody that has problems today is affected by COVID. Some people still have the same problems they've had in the past, other medical issues, bankruptcies, divorces, deaths in the family. All the other things that happen to mortgages on a regular basis are still happening today, Don.
Agreed, So what's nice is we've been saying over and over, there's a confusion about the forbearance that everybody thinks it's just free money. And we're hearing it from people that are well off saying, why shouldn't I skip my payment for 3, 4, 5, 6 months? Why not? Well, because it can affect you down the road. One, it's not free money. In most cases, you have to repay it back. So I like that this, when I went straight on our mortgage, it showed right away, here's your other options, such as, meaning if you don't want to risk potentially messing up your credit or your potential for refinancing or purchasing down the road, because it could potentially affect that, is here's your other options. To start with a simple refinancing. Maybe we can lower your rate, remove mortgage insurance, help lower.
Most of the time when you refinance, you skip one payment anyway, sometimes two.
And you might be able to pull some cash out to give you a little liquidity position too.
And get you more permanent financing, not a short Band-Aid fix. A refinance has a strategy behind it. You speak to a professional. You make sure that it's not only good for the next 60 to 90 days, but it's good for the next 20 to 30 years.
Yeah, good point.
Potentially 15.
Repayment plan, loan modification. We already know those mess up credit. That messed up a lot of people there, which is basically they give you a short-term, lower interest or potentially interest-only loan. Basically, it's a Band-Aid that you're going to pay for a long, long time. And then
now let's also not talk that down though, Don. Some people got wonderful loan modifications and they helped a lot of people out. They're not all bad. It just has a negative impact on your credit. Yep.
Yeah, no, we were in the mortgage business. We had no income or very little income for quite some time. A loan modification helped me keep my home. So yeah, if you are really in a dire situation and you think it's long-term, loan modification may be the answer for you. It did help out a lot of people, including myself. Short sale, that means you don't have an option. So there may be more, it may be more dire than a short-term job loss. It may be more dire. So short sale might be the option. Of course, deed in lieu.
Now, 2 seconds on that. There's not going to be a lot of short sales right now because plenty of people have equity. So the only reason that you would potentially be upside down on a home is if you just recently bought it and something happened or you had only put 2% down or 0% down.
Very few.
So very few people would be in a short sale situation right now in this market.
I agree. So I'm going to stop sharing and we'll just close this out for today. So there are options. Be careful of the whole forbearance thing. It's very easy to jump on that bandwagon. And the other message we want to relay on that is that it could hurt us economically. If everybody just jumps on this bandwagon, forcing lenders and the government to have to give away or which is a delay the income, because even on these mortgages, on the forbearance, the investors still have to be paid. They still need the principal and interest payments. That has to come from somewhere. And that's going to economically hurt if more and more of us just jump on this bandwagon. it could hurt the recovery. It'll take a lot longer. I know you put that, Gino. It takes a lot longer for the
Yep.
economy to recover if too many people jump on this when they don't really need it.
Yep. So the point is, we want you to know that you have options, that forbearance is one of those options. And if by all means it will help you, then take it. Just know that it's not necessary. It's not free money. I like those say, forbearance is not forgiveness.
Right.
And but it is one of the choices you have. Remember that you have other choices. Refinancing is one of the best choices. I mean, you have amazing interest rates right now for most of you. So reach out to a professional, evaluate all your options before you make one of the choices.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to the National Real Estate Cafe. Remember, you can always find out more at donandgino.com, or these can be sent right to your phone by texting NREC to number 58885. Share this with as many people as you can. This message has to get out. It'll help a lot of people. Thanks for tuning in.